Hello, everybody. It's Ira, your Bay Area print account manager for California Survey and Drafting Supply. I sell printers and print supplies and graphics. We do vehicle wraps and conference graphics and things like that. Anyways, if you need any printing assistance, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. If you're out of the Bay Area, I can still help you. I just might not be able to sell it to you directly, but I usually can help answer your questions and things like that, and I'm happy to do it. Today, I want to talk to you about how to get more out of LinkedIn. I'm going to show you my screen, and I'm going to show you a post from earlier today, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so this year, about this time last year, I think I had, at this point, maybe 3,300 or so connections. I didn't have very many. Today, I'm maxed out at 30,000, and I have a following just over 37,000. Okay, how did I grow from 3,000 to 35 whatever thousand where I am right now? How did I do that? Well, I basically followed these rules, and I created a group called Project Help You Grow to help others grow, and I participated in Service Professionals Network. That's basically what I did. But through it all, I followed these principles. And if you do the same things and you join Project Help You Grow and you join Service Professionals Network, you can grow too. And if you don't, you might grow a little bit slower. That's okay. You can still grow. The bottom line is, this is social media. Okay, it's professional social media, but it's social media nonetheless. So first thing to understand about human psychology is people love to talk about themselves, right? So if you have to choose between creating your own content and engaging with people on their content, you actually are better off engaging with them on theirs because they get to talk about themselves, okay? So in the comments, somebody had said, well, spend 50% of your time creating content, 50% of the time commenting on other people's stuff. Actually, it doesn't matter. If you want to spend 100% of your time just talking to people on their posts, you can still grow an awesome network. I spend more time in other people's posts than I do on my own. I know certain people that don't. They spend all their time creating their own content and engaging with people in their comments. And the part that makes it successful, honestly, is the fact that they engage other people in their comments. If you are trying to big time people, create content and never respond because you're too cool for school, you're not going to do very well. Unless you're really famous, a movie star, or a really well-known athlete, or a CEO of a company, you could probably get away with it because people are just a sycophant. But in reality, most of us are not famous. I certainly am not. I'm not an athlete. I'm not good looking. I'm not wealthy. None of those things, right? So I have to, provide some value. I do try to create content. I make videos. I use Photoshop. I think I have my screen on, right? You guys haven't seen this unless you're a customer of mine, but I create stuff like this all the time, okay? But that's not what makes me famous or well-known, because I'm not famous. But you know what I mean? That's why people follow me, is because I create content and I engage with them and I interact with people and I'm authentic, right? I talk about my warts all the time, and I have no problem doing that because I'm a real person. I have real struggles. I have a large family. I have 8 children. So there's some of my problems that are unique because I have a large family. And I'm in sales. I slump. I'm in a slump now, honestly. I use LinkedIn to try to help not only create interest in what I sell and growing my business, but I also try to help people with their struggles. The very first thing was helping people grow their networks. Project Help You Grow was founded based upon the idea of I want to help other people learn how to grow and engage. I've been working on that for a year. The job part of it was just a natural consequence of helping people. Once I started helping people build their network, the next question out of their mouth was, hey, can you help me find a job? And at first I couldn't, but I kind of positioned myself to be able to do that. And over the last year, I've studied a ton and interviewed a ton of people, and now I'm still not an expert, but I know a lot more than I did, and I help people, and it's a great way for me to add value. And so those are the things that I do. But through it all, whether I'm working with prospects or customers on LinkedIn, or with people on Project Help You Grow stuff or job-related things. You know, this is the formula for success. It really comes down to, on LinkedIn, my friend used the expression top of mind, and it really is true. You want to be top of mind. How do you do that? Well, you have to be visible. You can only make so many posts on LinkedIn a day, but you can engage throughout the day, right? Like every time I have a break in my day, I'm in between sales calls, I check LinkedIn. Well, if I'm checking LinkedIn, I can make a comment and I can respond to comments. It's so much easier than trying to create a post. So now, you know, I post like 2 or 3 times a day. And honestly, I think about my posts usually the day before. So I will either have them pre-written or I'll actually have them at least like the rough draft, right? And then I'll finish them out. And usually I'll post one time early in the morning, one time at lunch, and one time in the evening, right? So 3 or 4 posts a day usually. But I'll comment, you know, maybe 100 times, 200 times throughout the day, not only on my posts, but on other people's posts. And that helps me so much more. So here's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to teach you guys how to grow and how to get more out of the connections that you already have. Because in the comments, somebody said, well, I'd rather have quality connections over quantity connections. I agree with that. In fact, I have 37,000 connections. I think I engage with more of my connections on a daily basis than most of you with much smaller networks. Why? Because I know how important it is. I have quality friendships that I've established, quality business relationships that I've established, and interactions. I call people on the phone. I talk to people about things. I help connect people. They know, like, hey, do you have, this happened earlier today. One of my friends said, hey, can you give me the number of one of our mutual contacts? Can you give me her number? I've got a lead for her for a job. And it's like, yeah, here's her number, right? You know, that happened today. I met both people, the person who asked for the phone number and the person that they were asking the phone number for. I met both of them on LinkedIn in the last year and created these relationships where, you know, not only does the one person know that I know them, they know that I have their phone number, right? So that's a power, just one example of the power of networking on LinkedIn. If you get to know people and actually engage with them, that's quality, and that's what the person was getting at. I'd rather have that. I completely agree. And somebody else said it's better if you meet with them in person. Well, ask somebody like Betty Kempa. I'm trying to meet with people in person. Not everybody lives in my area, but if you live in my area and we're connected, I want to meet with you. I try to meet with you. I talk to people all the time, online, in person, on the phone, however I can. That's networking. That really is networking. Okay. So if you want to build your network and you want to do it the way I did, follow these rules, right? You can read the post. Don't just suck your thumb with just, you know, like clickbait. But what I meant by it was don't just do a thumbs up, okay? Because it is more helpful than just lurking, which means just scrolling through your feed and reading it and not engaging at all. It is a step better, but even better than that, and you'll get much more out of it because it's a win-win, is to leave a comment. Now, everybody else who goes to that post, if you were one of the 99 people, and really I'm half of them, right? So if you're one of the 50 people who made a comment on my post, you have an opportunity to be seen by almost 5,200 people in the last 5 hours. Well, there's a chance for you to grow all by itself. Now, for the people who engaged in a comment and I responded and they commented back, you're up in the top of the comments and you have a chance to be seen by everybody. But more than that, they also get to see a little bit about your personality, right? So here's a chance for people to get to meet you. Like, I have some people that, if I was to scroll through this list, there's a few of them, like Julie, she engages with my posts on a regular basis. So you can see her. Kristen has been a newer person. Let's see. Some of these people I don't engage with very much, and some of them I engage with quite a bit. Paula Goodman, I engage with her all the time. She's very supportive. Carol Lee's on my post quite a bit. Lisa is too. Brett's been around more recently. Gregory interacts with me quite a bit. I'd say like 3 or 4 times a week. This guy's all over my posts. It gives you a chance. Michael's been around, I think, the last couple weeks, quite a bit. So anyways, it gives you a chance. If you're coming to my posts and you're reading, writing comments, you're giving other people in my network, over 37,000 people, an opportunity to get to know you. Now, if you're doing that with other people's posts and I happen to be connected with them, now you're getting even more benefit. So, it's not just that people are just commenting with me and they're just riding my coattails. They're engaging with multiple people and you're seeing it. Now you have an opportunity to grow like crazy. I think some people like Jared grew more because he was not only engaging with me, he was engaging with people like Kirsty Bonner, and people would see us engage with Jared because he's my friend, and I think he's friends with Kirsty too. And they would see us banter back and forth, and other big people, and I think it helps him grow. Like I think he's put in the last couple of weeks like 5,000 new connections, right? That's awesome. And he's a good person to follow. Don't get me wrong. He does the profiles that pop, and he helps people in a variety of ways to get seen better on LinkedIn. So awesome value, great connection. I would definitely recommend him. But what helps him, and he would tell you the same thing, he provides good content, but he also engages people in the comments. And that is what helps him grow. So do these things. Be friendly, right? Ask questions. If you're not sure, like somebody said, well, I'm not a subject matter expert. I'm not an SME and I don't want to look stupid. You don't have to be an expert to engage. You can compliment the post. You can compliment the author. You could ask a question. You could just say, hey, that's really great information. Thank you for sharing. You could say any of those things if you don't feel like you're qualified to speak intelligently on that post. Most of the comments on my posts are not challenging the position or providing extra information. I love it when people do that because it helps me to think, it helps me to learn, it helps me to grow. But a lot of people are just showing support. Comments, as long as they're friendly, comments aren't hurting you, right? Be authentic, engage, have real enthusiasm. And the author of the posts, here's Jared right here. Speaking of Jared, hey Jared, that will help you more than putting up your own post. Like we could go to any one of my posts, okay? Go view profile, 37,193. That's where I'm at right now, okay? Come down to CL activity, and then posts, okay? Like if my activity was just posts, okay? That is not good enough. Like I'm not gonna grow, I'm not gonna be seen by as many people as if you come to all activity and see, a bunch of different comments, right? Like comment, 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 comment. Here's, likes, me supporting other people. Like this is, by the way, this is what I was talking about, okay? So I put a celebrate and a comment because John shared my post. And I went on his activity and I liked a ton of stuff just to support him because he's mostly sharing other people's posts. I want him to continue to view mine and share my posts. I want to encourage that behavior. So I wanted to reward him, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is probably a bad example because I did like 30 of them. But anyways, he'll know that I support him, right? But here's more comments, right? And I'm talking to people. It's not posts. It's engaging and having a conversation. Anyways, that's how you grow. That's how you get, people to send you connection requests. And that's how you get these, you want your feed to be active because that's how you're seeing. Look at Jared here. He's engaged, right? That's how you grow. You know, you can go to Jared's feed. Let's do it real quick. Just a pop quiz, okay? Go to Jared, go to all activity, and just scroll down his activity. You're going to see it's not a lot of posts. It's a lot of engaging with other people's posts. He's done a lot of likes right here, it looks like. But he does a ton of comments too, right? Here's a replied to, and here's a liked. And I think that's a liked. Pause the pop, sometimes it's hard to tell. Commented on, right? Liked. Replied to. You see what I'm saying? He's not just writing content. He's engaging with the people that have commented on his posts, and he's engaged, as you saw at the very top, he was engaged with people who commented on my post. And here's another one, right? He liked proud sponsor of our veterans. That's cool. Now he liked a comment. Here he liked another comment. Celebrating, which is, you know, a like. Liked. Okay, he's liked this post. He replied to a comment on Steve Sullivan's post, right? He liked it. Here he's replying to somebody who commented on one of his. This was his post, but he's commenting on a comment. See? So it's not just about creating content. It's about engaging people in the comments. You can engage them in your posts. The comments on your post, you can engage them in their posts. You don't even have to create content. The trick to it is to engage. If you follow these rules, share a common experience or example. If you're looking for ideas on how to comment, this is what I was trying to do here, right? You can either ask a question, you can tag relevant people, like you can smart tag me if you think I'd be interested. You see a post, you read it, and you go, hey, I really would be interested in that. I have people all the time who bring me in that way, and I wish I actually saw it. I don't see it a lot of times unless somebody usually reacts to that. I wish my feed notifications worked better, but it used to when I had a smaller network, but now it's like, it's really tough. So I don't see them all. And you can send me a message. I get a ton of messages from people, and I'm going to show you, like, I try to respond. If you come down through here and look at my messages, look at this. I read and I respond to almost every message I get. There are some days where I just get too many. But I challenge you to find another person who has 37,000 connections that's as active as I am, that responds to all their posts. This one I actually did respond to. I'm actually going to be putting a job listing up for these guys, but I had to do it at night because I don't do this during the day when I'm doing my day job. They want me to load a listing, and I had left it unread so that I didn't forget. Okay, but I actually did respond to him. Okay, so here's the deal. Back to the topic at hand. If you want to grow, if you follow my advice, don't just first of all, don't be a lurker. Don't just read. Engage with people, right? That's why you're here. Okay, engage with people. But don't just give them a comment, and then when they comment back, comment again. You want to have like a real strategy. Always ask an open-ended question. When you comment, when you respond, ask an open-ended question. It begs for them to respond, and then when they respond, because it's open-ended, they can take it however they want to, right? Do it again. You'll not only find that you'll get them to respond, a lot of times you'll get other people to respond, and now you're having a community conversation, which is a lot of fun. Anyways, that's how you make LinkedIn more fun for you. That's how you make it more productive for you. That's how you can grow. And look, when you get to 30,000 people, you should be at that point getting what you want out of LinkedIn. Like, I get what I want out of LinkedIn, which, look, in case it's a mystery, I'm here to sell these things. Like LinkedIn, to me, I'm trying to find customers, prospects that that need office copiers, or that need large format graphics printers, or that want to make decals and wraps, vehicle wraps, or that need to print, CAD documents, blueprints, if you will, right? That's what I'm looking for is supply, service, equipment. This is how I pay my bills. That's why I engage with people on LinkedIn. I built my network. So when I make a post like I did earlier today, we'll go back to it, right? Post and activity, posts. These posts right here are the ones that mean the most to me, because this is what I'm trying to do. Are you happy with your print vendor? If not in the Bay Area, I want to help you. Supplies, payment. Like, this is how I pay my bills, right? But if I only had a network of 1,500 people like I did back in May of 2018, I had 1,520 people, okay? And I would post this, nobody would see it. I'd get like 1 or 2 likes, maybe, no comments. That was my existence for 9 years on LinkedIn. I would post like once a month and nobody would engage or respond. And that was my life. It wasn't helpful. But now that I have 37,000 people that are in my network following me or connected to me directly, when I post, I think I had 4 people share it. I had 4,800 people see it. That to me, that's awesome. Okay? That's what I want. And these other things that I do, it's helpful. It makes me feel good about myself. It's the reason why a lot of people have connected with me, because I'm here to help, and that's just my personality. I love helping people anyways. So that's all good, but it helped me build a network that allows me to accomplish my professional goal, which is to feed my family. I pay for my life by selling supplies, service, and print equipment in the Bay Area. If you want to join my network, if you see these types of posts and you share them and you help support me, you're way more likely to get a connection request accepted by Ira Bowman if you're helping me. Right now, you just take that same logic and apply it to everybody else. Anybody that you want to connect to, you help support them, and I almost guarantee that they're going to find a roster spot for you. I found the roster spot with Oleg doing that very same thing. I knew that he wasn't big on Twitter and he wasn't big on a couple other platforms, Instagram, and I said, hey, I'm going to help support you on these other platforms. And I got a connection request accepted within 3 days. Okay? It's not hard if you engage with people in the comments. Anyways, this video has gone way too long, so I hope it was a help. If you need anything, let's talk about it in the comments. As you know, the more you comment, the more I'm going to comment, and the more likely you're going to be seen by a bunch of other people. So I hope that helps. I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you again real soon.